The following program is rated TVMA. It is intended only for mature audiences.
What up, everybody? How you doing? This is the host of the Buzzing With Marlowe podcast, and we are on a special Commission Talks episode. How's everybody doing, man? This is going to be a fun one today. Guys, the wait is over. It has been a year. We went insane with WrestleMania 40. I felt like that wasn't going to be top. I'm not talking about the stage. I'm talking about the show itself. But it is finally here. Guys, today is going to be a special episode. We got Commission Talks today. That's right. Commission Talks is back on the Buzzing With Marlowe podcast. So, guys, first and foremost, let's do the ones that pay the bills. If you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe, guys. Hit that notification bell. It does wonders for us. Guys, if you want to keep in contact with the big anticipation show, Mr. and Mrs. Marlowe, we will be taking a break this week due to Easter. So I want to also wish everybody a happy early Easter, man. But wait, a way to celebrate Easter, we get WrestleMania 2 nights, man. And it's 420. So all you other people that like to, play around with clouds, 420 is the way to go. But guys, I'm not alone. I'm joined with my co-host, my podcast bro, Commission Day One Oos. Ladies and gentlemen, he's rolling on in, getting that Hot Wheel deal. Blue Chew ready. Get that WrestleMania energy up. Yeah, that's right, guys. I'm talking about the 1130 podcast is on. Dre On Wheels. What up, brother?
What it do, my guy?
Oh, you ready? Are you ready?
Am I?
The question is, are you ready? I've been seeing it. You know what? I'm hyped. I don't know about these other people that are on the internet, and we do got I got some topics where we can go about this. I know we usually do dad rants and stuff like that, but man, it's WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania, man.
We're here.
Yeah.
My only rant is right now, if I knew ahead of time that I was going to be off today, my behind be in Vegas right now. Just going to leave it at that. But who knows? As you see the background, I'm not telling where I'm at. So everybody's been having predictions of who I possibly have been jumping, and am I facing Rey Mysterio and do all these things? I'm supposed to be retired. Everybody's like, what's going on here? But man, we got a great card. We've got a heck of a lot of things to talk about. But first topic has got to be, I just took a glimpse on social media today, and they revealed the new WrestleMania stage.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Man, I was just watching it on the Pat McAfee show.
I've got to find it.
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, I think since last year, started watching the Pat McAfee show a little bit more, and then when they went to WWE World, it was pretty cool. So, yeah, they revealed it on a show earlier today, and live. It looks like an AI futuristic, like Titantron, like somebody came up and built, with was it Photoshop or something like that. That's really what it looked like. And
That drone,
just
I think is what makes it look like that Photoshop look. Don't you think?
And it's tall too. It's real huge.
Bro.
And the only stage that I can remember that was tall in a way like that,
29.
WrestleMania 26. 29?
29.
Yeah, 29 did have that little stage.
They had that New York look.
Yeah, they had the New York look, but the WrestleMania 26 had like 3 different levels though. It was a little. It reminded me of that a little bit, but yeah, this one got WrestleMania 39 beat, man, because 39 was beautiful. It was like that.
I thought it was unbeatable. I think we just lost. It just lost.
Yeah, it just did. So yeah, the set looks amazing. I know you was talking about. Wish you could share it on here, and I wish. I'm pretty sure if you haven't saw it, go check it out, Google it, whatever. Or if you just want to be super.
We're not going to be able to get the video, sadly, but we will get y'all the picture real.
Or if you superstitious and you just want to wait until tomorrow night, that's fine too. So because I remember back in the days, man, they would not show. Well, sometimes they would not show the Titantron on purpose. They would make you go buy the pay-per-view. So when the ppay-per-view came on, you would see the Titantron. So that was some back in the day type shit. So, but yeah, man, like it got. Last year beat in the year before.
And the thing is, they're supposed to have a lot of special entrances tomorrow night.
Oh, and then another thing is too that the fact that they are on Netflix. I think
we're not going to do the thing. I'm sorry, guys. We're not going to post the picture or anything because we want everybody to get their own time watching it. Like, I think it's kind of like how we look at movies and you see the movie trailer. I want people to watch it on their own so they can get their own. Don't leak it out, but the stage is beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, and I think the reason, another reason why it looks so beautiful, and that it outdid the last two. You said Stephanie? Yeah, that too. No,
Stephanie on the stage.
Yeah, but another reason though that they're on Netflix too, and I know Netflix won a fucking amazing stage for it. So internationally they're on Netflix. So, but yeah, that joint looking nice.
Bro, nice. I still can't believe it's WrestleMania time. I like the card. I know a lot of people are like saying, "Oh, the card looks a little wishy-washy," but bro, we've been asking numerous times. We want the main roster to get their own showcase. I think the roster is really getting a showcase. We got to think. It's a new debut for WrestleMania for Tiffany Stratton. You have a WrestleMania for Chad Gable. When's the last time Chad Gable?
Debuts, yep.
I mean, obviously,
which you should have had last year.
Which I want to make a little rant with y'all, man. Like, don't take that so seriously about the El Americano thing. Like, come on, man. There's a lot of American luchador guys out there that's not offending anybody. So get your feelings put somewhere else. Like that's I thought that was funny. But my first topic we're going to talk about, Triple H was on a podcast earlier, I think Wednesday, and he was basically going at the IWC. What is your thoughts on that?
Was it the High Performance show?
Yeah. The one where he
was it that interview? I loved every bit of it. But remind me what he said about the IWC again?
Basically saying the IWC don't exist. We all look at it as internet wrestling fans. We feel like they're obviously like I give a great example. We love him to death. Brian B. He will talk about, oh man, such and such ain't as over as everybody's thinking. But when you watch the TV, you watch the shows, and I said this numerous times, I look at it based off of what reaction you get in the audience, what it gets on the show. And me and you physically have been into live stages, and we look at the guys that they say, oh, it's not over, like Jey Uso, and everybody's eating. Everyone's got their hands up. Everyone, when that song comes on, you're out of your seat. You give a reaction. So, like, obviously, when they sit there and say all these things, but when you look online, it could be a different perspective. What is your opinion when Triple H is pretty much saying the IWC doesn't exist?
Well, it doesn't. The internet, everything on the internet is not real. Everything on the internet is fake. So it doesn't exist for real, if you want to look at it that way, though. But I mean, yeah, it's wrestling fans out here on the internet, and they got to voice how they feel and their opinions, though. But to them, in $1 billion business, WWE, they don't they don't exist. I mean, it doesn't bother them because, just like how he was saying, like when he was talking about like the people's elbow and how it was the most stupidest thing, stupidest move ever, and how the concept and how it came about, it worked and the people liked it, and that's all that matters, though. Now with social media, now of course everybody in their mouth, as far as, oh, Jey Uso, he's not winning. Oh, I don't like Cody Rhodes, or why John Cena don't have a new. Come on, like, at a certain point, you just have to, like, one of them SmackDowns. I think it was last Friday or whatever. I didn't do the watch along. Sometimes I just want to sit there and fucking enjoy the show, and without even just doing a watch along. And some of them times just be good. You just got to sit there and enjoy it. Yeah, it might be some stuff that you might not like. It might be a hit or miss, though, but you can't please everybody. You can't please everyone, man. So, I mean, I really I don't even do no debating. I don't do no going back and forth with nobody on the internet, anybody who comment on the posters or whatever. Maybe who someone comment maybe on a TikTok or something that I done with with the reactions or something. I'm like, oh, appreciate it, cool, whatever. But really going back and forth with someone just be based off their opinion on wrestling, like, okay. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with a cool conversation, disagree to, agree or whatever, but
it is, bro, and this is something I've been on social media lately. I will tell people, man, go touch grass, because especially TikTokers, like, bro, I swear to you, the most negative fan base out there has got to be the damn TikTokers. I mean, everybody's like, oh, WrestleMania is not as hype as it was and stuff like that. In my opinion, it's one of the best hype ones that we got, because you got to think, you just had a captivating thing. You've elevated Gunther. Gunther is now the biggest heel right now. Bad guy, whatever we want to reference, whatever. Jey Uso. Now we got the momentum. Now we got the thing where, in my opinion, Jey Uso should be night one's main event. Then you got the momentum that you got with Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, because everyone got that Jerry Springer moment. Everybody's like, oh my God, they offended Charlotte. Like, no, obviously Tiffany had to go in the back and talk to her or whatever. But guess what? She got you to build this matchup. They're talking about that match now. It's not just two blondes going against each other, and it's like, whatever. Like, they have been building these matches organically. It's not forced upon, and it's a way for you to go on the thing and be like, oh, wow, I don't really like wrestling, but man, Charlotte was just on a talk show talking about her divorce. Tiffany just made a comment about that divorce. Guess what? You just lowered the crowd just from that little talk show into that, because it looks real. Like, everyone talks about pro wrestling's fake and all that, but bro, wrestling's more real than what reality is itself. And I think Triple H has been doing the best when it comes to teasers to promote this show. I mean, if you look at it, it's Friday. How many podcasts, how many different shows have showcased something going about WrestleMania this week or the last 3 weeks? Wrestling is now being promoted on ESPN. That's unheard of. WWE on ESPN, not anything else. WWE on ESPN. WWE taking over the indies now. WWE ID. Shout out to everyone that's a prospect on those WWE ID programs right now, man. I'm very glad with what the growth is right now for this company, because it's not just WWE and pro wrestling. It is literally pro wrestling now. And it's just now you're getting a bigger stage to showcase pro wrestling. And I'm loving it, man. I think it's a great opportunity. WrestleMania has been a fully main card build right now, in my opinion.
Yeah. Nah, man, like
IWC to complain left and right, bro. Yeah. Touch grass. Get off the keyboard, get off your phone, and just go enjoy something. Like, bro, I say this. Watch WrestleMania like you're gonna go watch Star Wars, go watch the Avengers and stuff like that. You don't want the spoilers. They say it in the beginning. Don't spoil the product. Guess what? Don't read dirt sheets. That's the biggest problem we have, bro. If you're not getting paid to read these dirt sheets, shut up and watch the product. Simple as that. That's my opinion. Because you're gonna get a better reaction and you're gonna enjoy yourself.
Yeah. You can't please everybody. You can't please everybody, man. And some people say that last year's WrestleMania build, it was better than this one. Look at the big story about last year's WrestleMania was the fact that, oh shit, CM Punk got hurt. He was supposed to take on Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins, they did an audible. You put The Rock in it, and then The Rock, is teaming up with fucking Roman Reigns and taking on Seth and Cody, and then you got the Roman and Cody, 2 match. So that's really what WrestleMania was surrounded by. Now, like how you just mentioned, the Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair was on Sherry Shepherd. You got the Jey Uso and Gunther one. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. It's so
organic.
Many stories. Yes, it's so many stories going into WrestleMania this year than it was last year or the year before last. So I mean, Jacob Fatu taking on LA Knight. Yeah, you scratch your head. You like, hold on, wait a minute. What happened to Jacob versus Solo? Or maybe
that's my thing.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I get it. Even like Liv Morgan, which I love Liv. Raquel, she's back. I guess they was like, Raquel's back, so hey, let's put the tag team back together. Let them win the tag team titles after the year that Liv Morgan had. Some matches you maybe like 1 or 2 of them you scratch your head, but I mean, like, everything else is really organic. I don't know why people are so mad about Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. I was just talking about it.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a Damian Priest fan, but bro, Drew's on the card. Like, this is the problem that a lot of people don't understand. When we all talk about the titles don't matter, but then when stuff happens and it's like, dude, like, y'all sit here and say all these things. In reality, Drew doesn't need a title to get elevated. Drew elevates himself.
No, he doesn't. But it's like Drew, after the year that Drew had, it's almost like the same thing with Jey Uso. When Jey Uso was getting over, the crowd was yeeting with him. Every fucking arena was going crazy. And everybody was like, yo, why are they not putting the title on Jey Uso? Jey Uso needed a title. They gave him the Intercontinental title for 28 days, and then he lost it. And then everybody was still up in the uproar. You can't please everybody. But I'm saying, though, with different, definitely work, like you mentioned, like Jey Uso, they gave him the title, and then it worked. But with Drew McIntyre having the year he had, you would think that he would have been world champion, at least get that proper run for at least maybe 6 months or so.
Ballot for Superstar of the Year. He would be almost in the top 3 of Superstar of the Year right now.
At least that proper 6-month reign in front of crowds, though. He was champion. He did it in the pandemic in 2020. He won it last year in front of a crowd for probably like 5 minutes.
I want to forget Babyface Drew. That was the.
But I mean,
Oh man, I know they tried. I felt so bad for Drew because Drew's or Royal Rumble win felt like when Jey Uso's won. Like, it was not predicted. It was like very shocking, and like seeing what it was though. So I'm glad with that. But like you said, man, I think with the IWC standpoint, you can't please everybody. The IWC is a very small bubble. They really feel like they are the biggest audience for pro wrestling. And no, it's not. I love the ones that are sitting here talking about pro AEW and all this, bro. AEW's trash right now. I'm not even gonna sit here and sugarcoat it anymore. This shit's so boring.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going
any of that shit, man.
It's not the best that it was in the last couple of years. This past Wednesday was a decent episode. I'll give you that. And I think it was
It was something new, and this is the problem.
Yeah,
they fall victim to everything that they were against. They didn't want long pay-per-views.
Oh boy,
they made long pay-per-views. They didn't want so many titles. Cody made the joke about it. There's like 7 different Universal Championships. Now they've got over 30 titles. and don't know what to do with these damn things.
Yeah, including Ring of Honor, though. But no, not like for real though. Like it haven't been great lately over the last couple of years though.
Moxley loses
This
the
past
title. I'm not interested in him at all.
to be honest, I'm true though. But they don't have so many titles. I mean, they do have a lot of titles though. The trios title, you got the TBS championship, the TNT championship, the women's zone, the international zone, the world championship. There's a lot of titles. Then if you include the Ring of Honor, which I think Ring of Honor should stay its own separate thing. But yeah, some things that they said they weren't going to do is actually killing them. Having pay-per-views every freaking month. Like WWE, that's WWE thing. I don't think y'all on WWE status at all. So y'all don't need to do the whole pay-per-view every. Then y'all got a nerve to be on Amazon Prime, but y'all still making people to pay $50 for the pay-per-view? Come on. Y'all need your own streaming service. It's not working. Like, it's not where y'all need your own streaming service. Like,
you're still paying the actual price for the pay-per-view.
You're still paying the actual price for the championships. I mean, for the actual pay-per-view, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's pointless.
The funny thing is when you look at WrestleMania and how expensive WrestleMania is, you're paying $16 at the minimum to watch a full product. 16. Man. You either paying $8. Obviously you're gonna get commercials, or you pay 16 to watch the full product. Like, I always wondered if WWE was losing money. I remember when they did the WWE Network, and I was like, "Oh man, $10 to watch pay-per-views? Mm-hmm. What?"
Yeah.
Instead of 30 and 40, and then when it was the big pay-per-views, it was like 70, 80. Like, yeah. Oh my god!
Because they had someone on the technology in the streaming side, and you know that a lot of the stuff is moving in the streaming ways. You feel me? Like if they drop a new movie on Peacock, it ain't like you gotta go pay for the new movie while you also got a Peacock subscription. It's not like that. Even with Netflix, you know, like they drop a new movie on Netflix and you got a Netflix subscription. It's not like you gotta pay for the movie also. So that was kind of a little bit.
That's weird.
Weird. Like I like how WWE does it. You know, you get Raw. Yeah, you get Raw every week, or you get, you know, even on Peacock or whatever. But to actually do that, and they should have kept it their way. Should have kept 4 pay-per-views a year. Build your television shows. Get rid of Collision, because Collision was only for. They got rid of Rampage. That's a good thing. AEW Dark wasn't a bad thing because it really helped out independent talent.
Collision has actually been pretty damn good right now. Because I've only been able to really like fully get to watch Saturday. When it comes to AEW standpoint, because bro, I work enough, and at least Saturday I'm off, so I can actually watch some type of wrestling, and I'll watch Collision. And I ain't gonna lie, man, they actually put a good show on when it comes to Collision standpoint. It looks like they've been trying to focus more on Collision lately than Dynamite and stuff like that, and I think that's what's hurting them, because they're trying to make it seem like, oh, they're the show to watch on Saturdays, which is smart marketing and a standpoint, but bro, when you got WrestleMania on, cut it off. You're not going to beat this thing. Obviously, every independent promotion is going to be out in Vegas this weekend. Like, it's going to be insane. Yeah. Pro wrestling 24/7 when it comes to Vegas. And I mean, the WWE world and stuff like that, I can only imagine how crazy that's going to be. Obviously, all right. So, are you ready to get some predictions in? I know you just did a show. I know you had your little bit. This is the card right here, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, we got night 1 and then night 2. Let's start with the first one. So which card is fully night 1? I'm trying to.
Shit, I don't even know. Well, I know certain matches. I know night 1 would be headlined by Jey Uso, and Gunther is starting out tomorrow.
So they are headlining it. They're starting.
Yeah, they starting it. The main event will be Punk, Seth, and Roman. Okay. Tiffany Stratton taking on Charlotte.
I think she's in my main.
And there's a couple other matches though, but them are definitely night 1.
Okay, so all right, there is something I did want to say about that.
The ones I just mentioned.
I get Jey Uso is the moniker main event Jey Uso. But there is always a saying in wrestling, you either want to be first or you want to be last. I'm glad that Jey Uso versus Gunther will be first. The momentum standpoint, it's going to be crazy because the crowd's going to be fully energized. They're going to be ready to eat. My opinion on this right now.
It's a hard decision for you.
I'm gonna let you go because, bro, after some of these things I've watched
Look
of
at-
it, I'm
Look.
interested. I'm dialed in with
Okay.
it. I like what Gunther
Look.
has done with this build. I like what the title that they have brought. Gunther needed this. If there's one person that needed a feud to get him to look like a straight bad guy because he's been getting good guy vibes for a while, Jey Uso's the guy. And what he did to Jimmy, I've loved the build from the beginning. I love it now, even more now. If Jey Uso is dancing around yeeting, I'll be a little upset with it. Just because obviously you're gonna want to see it. It's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say it right now. I got a star under it. Obviously, I said Jey Uso's gonna win right now, but I'm a little 50-50 on it right now just because what it could do if Gunther wins. Because obviously with the main event for night 2, that will also tell you the question as well to going into night 2 as in some capacity as well. So who knows?
Well, man, my pick for the Jey and Gunther one is only like 2 matches throughout this whole WrestleMania card that is like up in the air. That is like I don't know who's gonna win, and that's the Cody and Cena and Jey and Gunther. Now, Jey and Gunther, before what happened to Jimmy, he said Jey winning. But what after happened to Jimmy and Gunther beat the hell out of Jimmy, made him bleed, made Jey watch him, and then Jey came out the week later, had that emotional promo and everything, and then Gunther the week after came out and had another amazing promo. I don't know. I mean, like, Jey winning, I think it would be an awesome moment. It'd be crazy, but Gunther, man, I'm still like I mean on the screen too. But I just think Gunther might retain, man. I wouldn't be mad if he didn't. And I think if you give Jey the belt, like how we were just talking about, who being that third man in that whole Rock stable, you have the Rock, John Cena, and Jey Uso. I don't think Jey Uso would probably. I'm not gonna say he would benefit off the group as being champion, but like he would be a real cool, unexpected, like force in it though. But if I had to choose, if I really had to choose, I would want Jey Uso to win it that moment. I know that'd be special. But Gunther, he's a beast, bro. He's a beast. And it is that match between Gunther and Jimmy, I'd be like, that's the same match I feel like what's going to happen with Jey. Jey is going to fight from under the whole entire match. He's going to get his ass whipped the whole entire match. And maybe, just maybe, Jey come out of it. He may, have some comeback and get it on. But for some reason, I think Gunther is going to win.
Okay. I like that one. I mean, that's why I'm back and forth on it, just because obviously I did put star. Obviously, guys, if you haven't, go check out the podcast with the OTTR later on tonight. I'll be on. I haven't been on since they've debuted on Friday, so I'll be there tonight. Blackheart he'll make sure I'm there, I guess. But I did pick Jey to pick on that one, but like you said, I would not be mad if Gunther wins because Gunther has been a beneficial to that World Heavyweight title. You needed a heel to really ride with it and stuff like that. And you haven't really had a bad guy get to run with it like he has done so far. If Jey wins, it's going to be help from his brother or something like that. Or his brother could screw him at the same time.
Nah. But I want Jey win on his own.
Jey to win it. Yeah, Jey's got to win this one on his own. But if Jey
loses, I want Jey to win.
If Jey loses, mark my words when I say this, you're going to get a new Samoan debut to that night. If Jey loses. If he loses, That will be a debut of somebody
Okay.
for that one. All right. So next match,
Zillify too.
let's talk about. Uh, I don't know. I think he's still a champion in one of the promotions that he's at, unless if he drops it tonight. Obviously the next match I think is going to be one of the big ones that all the females have been talking. We talking about Tiffany and Charlotte. All right. So I've been saying this numerous times. Tiffany has been killing it. Promo wise, still needs work on, but her being organically presented as a babyface has been very well. And of course, they've done it very smart way. You know, this cute blonde, this Barbie athlete. Like I'm not even gonna exaggerate when I say this. This girl has a beautiful ass moonsault. And for her to catch herself when she was supposed to do a moonsault and almost broke her leg in a match and still hold it and protect herself and do good on it, I've got the ultimate respect. But she is facing the GOAT, the BOAT, whatever language you want, the greatest pro wrestler in wrestling today. I'm talking Charlotte Flair. Argue with your mama if you want. I'm not kidding when I say this. Charlotte is the best pro wrestler on on the earth right now. Who you got?
I got Tiffany Stratton in this. I mean, if this match, yo, Dad, what's going on? What's going on? I got Tiffany Stratton. I'm thinking about the future of the business, and yes, like you just mentioned, Charlotte Flair is one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. Yeah. And I don't tie Father's record, but at the same token, though, we also like how Paul Heyman. I seen a video and how he talked about how to build superstars, and it's not different. You got Charlotte Flair, who's a superstar in the women's division. You got Tiffany Stratton, who's an up and coming women's superstar in the women's division. How now about why not just have superstar, the new superstar versus the old one, and the new one, basically put down the old one, or kind of like knock her off her throne as the queen and such like that. So I mean, with she beating Tiffany Stratton, I think would be marvelous. I think it'll work well. I'm going with Tiffy time all day long.
Okay. I agree with you on that. I'm very big on Charlotte. She's on the road to 15. She's only 2 away from Daddy. If there's one person that should beat Ric Flair's record, I wouldn't be mad if it's Charlotte. Um, but like you just said, we're looking at as a bigger picture standpoint, which in a way Charlotte could elevate the roster as well because Charlotte knows how to bring out the best in anybody. I'm being honest. Like Charlotte can work a broomstick and you want to cheer that broomstick because she knows how to way to work an audience and knows how to do it. I'm gonna go with Tiffany. I think the fact that Tiffany has done amazing work. She did the good build for the Money in the Bank. Um, the stuff that she did with Nia was phenomenal, in my opinion. I love what they did with Nia to get her elevated to help build into giving you a care about Tiffany and stuff like that. And honestly, Tiffany
Hey,
is
what
a
happened to
newer
Nia?
version Charlotte Flair. In my opinion, Tiffany Stratton is a newer athlete, newer gymnast version of Charlotte Flair. This match is going to be athletic. It's going to be all over the place. They're both. It's basically both girls in their prime, and Tiffany's just a little younger. So I think that is what this really is going to be. Who's the top blonde right now? I think the battle of the blonde. They just put the title on it, and there you go. So I'm gonna go with Tiffany on that one.
Okay.
All right. The next feud that's gonna happen. Obviously, I'm not doing these in order. We're gonna talk about a returning Jade Cargill versus Naomi. And what I gotta say right now, I am so proud of Naomi for what she has been able to do with what she has brought. This is the Naomi we've needed in a long time because Naomi needed something. to get her to show, hey, you are not looking past me no more. I've been on this roster for too damn long. I left this roster to be a better pro wrestler. I elevated TNA. I elevated what I've done on the indies, came back into WWE and basically got the same look. Oh, I can just tag with Bianca and get exposure, and that's all I need. I'm going after the big dog, and I'm going to make a mark for myself. Naomi, you've done it. You've got presentation. I know a lot of people, it's supposed to look like we're supposed to all cheer for Jade, but we know how it's going to go. But I need a good showcase out of Naomi. I need a showcase out of Naomi to make this matter. And I'm dialed in with it. I don't care if it's a squash match or whatever. I'm dialed in.
Nah, definitely ain't no squash match though. But yeah, Naomi, I'm all for it, man. I like the new character dynamic, how she like psycho, she like crazy like, and how the fact that Naomi was like, look here, who inspired you, Bianca? Who inspired, you? Like, who was the first you, around here? I might didn't get a whole lot of opportunities and got passed by and overlooked, and stuff like that, though, which was Naomi. For a while, she was the only black African woman on the main roster for a minute who was kind of doing something. I mean, you had Alicia Fox, like I mentioned earlier. Shout out to Alicia Fox. She was at TNA junk last night. I think she had like an alcohol addiction or alcohol problem. But you got Naomi, man, who's doing the damn thing. So then you got Jade Cargill. Yeah, and then you got Jade Cargill, who came in with a lot of buzz. Yeah, she came in with a lot of buzz. Everybody wanted to see Jade Cargill versus Bianca, and everybody wanted to see them go 1-on-1 or team up. And they teamed up. And they did their damn thing. 2-time women tag team champions though. But, Naomi taking on Jade, I'm loving it, bro. Like, I'm loving the whole story. I'm rooting for Naomi. Naomi got to win this. I don't think Naomi would had a WrestleMania win since 2017. The WrestleMania.
Well, last year she had last year WrestleMania. Remember, she tagged with Bianca.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. She had that win.
That's right. They look like the super squad or whatever they were.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot about that. That's right, because they dressed. They had the hats and everything. That's right. Yep. All right. So yeah, I think that's the way to put it. I think, like you said, obviously, I think Jade's gonna win. But like we just said, man, the stories that they've told with this, bro, I'm just saying right now, man, they've been doing great when it comes to building these feuds up. Everybody's like, oh, it didn't do it. The only reason why we're not going crazy about it is because it didn't do the WrestleMania kickoff a month away and just build it like what they did. And I'm glad what they're doing right now because they're doing slow builds, but they made it organically. And they made it to where it's very noticeable to be like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Like we just said, the Naomi and Jade thing, everybody thought was Bianca, which Bianca has been shooting in her promos lately. Oh, I've been going through so much, but I'm still winning matches. So that could be a dynamic with this as well.
Yeah.
But right now,
I think she still got something to do with it. I just find it funny that she kind of quietly went over to Monday Night Raw, even though she won the Elimination Chamber. I just find it so funny that you took all your shit, left SmackDown, went over to Monday Night Raw, and now you in the business with Io and Rhea. Now, but you did you forget you got the shit over here with now?
You caused Rhea the
Naomi and Jade. That's exactly. Look here.
Yeah.
She behind it. Yeah. I'm telling you, she behind it though. She helped Naomi do it.
She held the hand. I don't know. I think they're doing it like how Triple H and Rikishi did when they found out about him hitting Austin. That's what I get. That's the vibes I get with that. But obviously, I'm gonna say Jade's gonna win.
Okay. Jade. Okay.
I mean, come on. You did actually. If you don't remember, if we're comparing that feud, Stone Cold lost to Rikishi when he came back. You remember when Stone Cold came
Yeah.
back and he faced Rikishi, the biggest win ever. Rikishi beat Stone Cold. So
Okay. I mean, hey, either way you do it,
I
if
mean,
Naomi does win, I'm fine whoever wins though. But if I had to choose,
what will it?
I'm
Who
going with
will it
Naomi.
more benefit? Will it benefit Naomi as the most
I think it would
dominant
benefit.
standpoint, or
I think
will
it
it
would benefit.
benefit Jade because Jade needs to get this feud a write-off type look?
No, that's what I'm saying though. We all know Bianca is in on this feud too, but Bianca took her ball and went to Raw is smelling even funny. So that's why I think it'll
Took her
benefit
ball and went to
Naomi
Raw. I
way
like that.
more. Yeah, she it'll benefit Naomi. Like I mean, Jay Cargill, I don't think she's gonna be losing nothing.
Yeah. When you say
And
that, it
especially if
makes
you do
sense.
it in a way to where it's like, or like she got a cheap shot in and the referee didn't see it and she pinned her 1, 2, 3. Like Jay Cargill can still get up and still be mad the next night on Raw or on SmackDown and be like, look, bitch, I want my rematch.
Yeah.
Like you cost me my match at WrestleMania. Like go on, but I feel like Naomi needs it more. Naomi is the one who left TNA. She was the Knockouts Women's Champion. Came over to WWE. Yeah, she had that 6 women tag team match with Bianca and Jade last year. But I mean, come on. Like after leaving there, being the women's champion, there you come over and you don't win nothing. Nothing. Like nah. Like I feel like Naomi needs it way more than Jade. Jade, she got star power around her. The way she looked, the way she's presented, all that other stuff. Like so she.
So it won't hurt Jade. That's what you're basically saying.
She's going to be women's champion down the line. Say it again.
I said so. You're basically
Say it
saying
again.
it would. You're saying it basically wouldn't hurt Jade.
Yeah, basically, it would not hurt Jade. Jade will be fine. Jade will be fine. The only thing that would hurt Jade is Jade herself. You remember when Jade
Yes.
started teaming up with Bianca in the first place, and she started having a lot of botches. She had to start having a lot of. She
Yeah.
wasn't confident. She was anxiety on it. It was going to hurt Jade herself. So I don't think nothing's going to get in her way besides herself.
I like that. You put that in a perfect perspective. Jade's gonna only hurt Jade. I think honestly, man, I've seen Jade work in over at the Heart Dungeon a couple of times, and a lot of people don't realize, man, this girl has really, when she first came into pro wrestling, she really tried to learn everything as much as she could. She learned from Daniel Bryan. She learned from Bryan Danielson, whatever we want to call it. She's learned from a lot of great talent. So obviously, I think it's more said and done. You could work on it so much in a training, but it's a lot different when you get out there in the crowd. And everyone has messed up before. I've had plenty of matches where I've had an accident. I remember when I first came back, which I'm pulling the curtain back now.
Oh,
I have never hurt nobody in a ring. I slammed the guy that we built a feud on. I slammed him on his head because I just haven't done it in so long, and that hurt me for a while. And it kind of like really screwed in my mind. Like, oh damn, like can I really still do this again? Because like I've never done that, and that happened, and it really can really mess you up. So I think Jade's doing well. I think they did perfect to give her a break. To get herself back under her standpoint, with her being a mom, a wife, and stuff like that. Get to do some life things and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to see what we're going to get out of Jade. I think we're going to get a good showcase out of Jade tonight, and I think Naomi's going to be the perfect
and then you
person
gotta
to do it.
and and far as like her being a mom, the way they did it and have her took time off was perfect. Because if you do it in the fall and have it last until like either the beginning of spring or the late winter, it's pretty perfect because the kids are in school. The kids are in school in the fall and the winter. So if you do pull a program out of this, it's April. The kids are out of
Yep.
school next month.
That's
Like
spring break, baby.
in June. So it works. Yeah. So it works though. Oh, I wanted to say something real fast though. Yo, have you ever seen The Hangover?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. It took place in Vegas, though. How would you like to see a WWE version of The Hangover? You
Bro.
know, just
So
not
the funny story.
seriously,
So I know
but
we're gonna
comedically,
change
though.
the subject a quick second on that. So
Because
I
I'm
got
looking at the
married.
super,
No, no,
I'm
no,
looking at the
no. So
superstore, and they
yep,
showing
yep, yep,
something. So that's
yep.
what came it up.
So let's put it this way. So when you go to Vegas, I actually watched all the hangovers on the plane going to Vegas.
Oh,
And
okay.
they actually have at the is it MGM Hotel, whatever, oh, the Caesar's Palace.
Yes.
They
Yes. Yes.
actually have a shop for the hangover in Caesar's
Wow.
Palace. And they talk about the hangover. I'll show you a picture. I was standing right next to where they were showing with Doug and Alan, where he had the baby Carlos in it. So like, yeah, they really represent it. So the funny story is, so I got to go. So obviously I went there. We went there to get married, and my family, we flew and all that stuff. So they told us the name of the chapel, and I was like, that chapel sounds so familiar. So we're sitting there, we're talking to the receptionist. They're doing all the things, to get this set up with the wedding and stuff. And I kept whispering to Samantha, I'm like, babe, I think this is where Doug married the hooker. No, it's not. Don't you dare ask that question. I was like, I'm going to ask it. I'm curious. Like, she keeps talking about the location and everything. I'm like, this looked familiar. This got to be it. And like, I at the very end, after we signed the paper, she was very nice. And I was like, I got to ask you. She's like, she kind of already, I guess she already had a feeling. And I was like, is this where Hangover was filmed, where, Doug married the hooker? And she goes, no, we're actually the real chapel. They actually made a built up one just for the movie. They get that question all the time. My wife was so embarrassed. She's like, you really just asked them if it was somewhere that married a hooker? I said, yeah. I was like, that's a bucket. I
It's not a
always
bad
say that. I
question.
got married where Doug got married a hooker. The real one. So yes, I actually think it would be perfect, especially you put Pat McAfee in there, Corey Graves, and they just do something with them with that little
Oh my
sketch.
goodness.
And you put R-Truth in there. Come on,
Oh my
money.
goodness. Our true.
Put money in there, and even put Miz in that thing. Oh my
Those are
gosh!
some
Like steal it,
Oh,
just steal the show
yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
But I say
Yeah.
we got
Yeah. Because
Jade beat Naomi.
yeah.
Obviously, the next match we're going to talk about, I had to delete one because obviously I was showing all my picks already. Obviously, this one right here. We got LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the United States Championship. What do you got?
I think this is another one. Well, I don't think this is going to be in that like category with Jacob on. But the thing about it, like they got this story already going on kind of with Jacob and Solo. So which I thought Solo was going to take on Jacob because Solo caused Jacob the United States Championship. Now Jacob had got another opportunity at the title. So I feel like Solo's going to cause Jacob, but if he doesn't, Jacob could possibly win, but if he does, that means LA Knight retains. So like
Who do you think needs this more?
I want to cheer for LA Knight. LA Knight needs it more. Jacob Fatu is on a definitely beast run. Now he can lose. He can lose by way of Solo Sikoa, costing him the matchup, and maybe they blow off steam after the match or whatever the case may be. But LA Knight needs it more. And to be honest with you, he need to get off SmackDown. I think Raw would be better for him. Or something. He been on SmackDown for a little bit. Like the Intercontinental Championship or something. Like, like mix it up. Like, I don't know.
Do you think SmackDown really helped him get benefited out of that?
Now because it's 3 hours. Well, now because it's 3 hours, yeah. But even now because it's 3 hours, it's a little hard to watch. But the fact that when it was 2 hours, it was not enough time, and he wasn't really getting much of the time. So that's why I say like Raw is a little bit, like it's a little bit relaxed. You can get some time, and You know, so I think Raw, but I feel like it'll benefit LA Knight way more. But we already know Jacob Fatu is going to be a star. Period. Like we already know that. That's not even a question.
I'll say this: Jacob doesn't need the title.
No, he doesn't.
Jacob is one guy, and honestly, better. He reminds me of Drew McIntyre. He elevates it just being on a card. I think you said it perfect. LA Knight needs this. LA Knight went from one of the big top stars to we're talking about Jey Uso more than LA Knight now. I'm glad LA Knight is on the card. He deserves it. He's got his own star power standpoint, but I think the issue is now, and I think LA Knight, you could see him in podcasts. I don't know if he's playing this as a work or whatever, but you could tell like LA Knight needs a momentum to be like, this is something that this is paid off. But I put Jacob
and last year
in the predictions, but if Solo is involved,
Jay got his own cereal.
Huh?
Have you seen that? Have you seen Jay with his own cereal?
Oh, cereal? Yeah, I saw something. It's called Yeetos or something.
Yeah, like the Frost Yeats or whatever. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
Frosted Yeats. Yeah, I thought that was a joke. I didn't know that was a real thing.
Yeah, apparently that's a real thing.
All right, but, so we got LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
That just worked it so well, though. I just was just saying, yeah.
Isn't it crazy? Like the most catchy catchphrases all start with a Y.
Yeah. What?
Yes. Yeah. And you. All right.
I believe that you can buy.
I mean, all right. Okay. The big match that we could talk about, the best luchador sensation match.
Come on, Warren. You know that shit.
We don't know who it is. I mean, I do look like I've been putting in a little bit of work, so you don't know. It's been a while. I mean, the last time I actually faced Rey Mysterio was in Vegas, but it was on my wedding night. But who knows what happens? Who you got? El Americano, the greatest luchador since Rey Mysterio, or Rey Mysterio? Are we passing the torch for luchadors
now,
or is Rey coming out?
I don't really have a pick in this match, but if I had to pick, I would pick.
Love the build.
I want to see who's under this mask, though. I mean, I think I'm talking to El Grande Americano right now. But however, if I am, this is gonna be a cool episode to put out, a clip to put out on Monday or Tuesday. It's gonna be a cool clip. But also,
what's going on here?
but all seriousness though, I don't think that's Chad Gable. But if it is Chad Gable, like kudos to him. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, like, I like Ray. I mean, like, Ray is hard to hate. I mean, who hates Rey Mysterio? But I mean, like, if I had to choose, I think I would choose Ray right though. But I it's still up in the air because I don't know who the other guy is.
Support for your boy.
I don't even know. Like, I look at it. All right, if it was you, man, I wish you the best. I want you to go out there and kick Rey Mysterio ass. If it was you, look at, we gotta get off live, and then you would tell me, look at, buddy, that's me. I'm rooting for you all the way.
Maybe I'm throwing the facial hair just to play the look. You know how I go full in character.
Yeah, like I don't know, like not my favorite, and I'm looking forward to, but I feel like it's gonna be like a show stealer or something. It's gonna be a sleeper match. That's how I feel like. It's definitely gonna be a sleeper.
I think the thing is,
you know what it's remind me of? You remember that matchup 3 years ago between Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania?
Yeah,
that's what I think. Be
like an attraction match.
Yeah, like I mean, without all the extra stuff, but I feel like it's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be good. But
I think we're gonna get kind of like a Ray and Eddie type match. It's gonna be.
You think so?
It's gonna be a pro wrestling match, in my opinion. Obviously,
and the reason why I said the Sammy and Knoxville, because that was good, not more so of the comedic stuff around it, but just it was good, and that's how I feel like Ray and El Grande is gonna be.
Well, my prediction: one amazing American Mass Wrestler to another. If it's me, I don't know how I could pick anyone else above me, but it's against Rey Mysterio, the GOAT, 619, stuff like that. One of my biggest idols when it comes to mass pro wrestlers. But all said and done, I'm going with El Grande Americano. That's right. He ain't from Mexico, ladies and gentlemen. He's from the great Gulf of America. Cry to your mama. Touch grass if you need to, because I could always put the foot up that ass. All right, but I'm going with El Grande Americano. That's for the big W, for Team USA, all the way. I might need to go visit Gulf of America. I haven't been there in a long time. I haven't been there. But who knows? Who knows? Time will tell. But obviously, I think that's going to be a really good match. A lot of people are sleeping on it, but it's going to be a showcase, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too.
This match, I'm super excited for because I feel like it's a momentum change. And the craziest thing, New Day won one match, and now they're in the tag picture. Heel New Day has been different. It's not the bootios. It's not the dance-alongs. They really have just brought a look that they give you all the playtime is over. We're done with the jokes. We're coming in to be serious, and I think they need to be that way against the tag team champions, and I'm talking about the War Raiders. Who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with maybe the New Day. I mean, the War Raiders ain't been doing nothing with the titles. I mean, they cool and all. I like War Raiders.
You really think they need to, though?
Do I think they need to win the New Day?
No, I'm saying, do you really think they need to do much to build the momentum to this, or do they already?
I think so, because it was. I mean, every match ain't gonna have that big, marquee around it, but
they kind of give me that the Road Warrior vibe. They don't have to do so much because they're already big. They're already dominating.
Hey, got one of the little things that you was making. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like every match ain't gonna have that star build up, but I think
this one,
the New Day, definitely gonna win.
Okay, all right. I say New Day loses because we get Big E back.
That's what I said earlier too. I said that
I think Big E's coming.
That's the only way that they could have shortchanged profits by not putting their tag team titles on, but putting the New Day. This got to have something leading up to it or something. Like Big E costing the match.
Big E,
of course, he did.
He's doing the press conference, and I think if you get them boys to jaw and jab at Big E while a press conference, that's how you're going to build this match. I think this match might be the first match on night 2. Oh, actually, no, I think this is going to be a night 1 match.
No, it's not the first match on night 2. It takes place night 1.
It's night 1
so
match. Okay.
It's going to happen in the middle of the show.
It might be semi-main then.
Or some shit like that.
No, I think Tiffany and Charlotte will probably be semi-main. All right, the big main event. Who's Paul's daddy? I think that's what
Seth Rollins. Who's Paul's daddy?
Is it Seth Rollins? Is it your OTC? Or
now I came up with another theory. Now, because my prediction.
Phil Brooks. I'm not saying CM Punk. I'm saying Phil Brooks.
Seth is,
all right, who we got?
My prediction is going to win, but if Seth does not win, I can see CM Punk winning and Seth Rollins stabbing or turning, into a heel and taking out Punk and Roman, aligning himself with Paul Heyman. But that's a little extra. I see Seth Rollins winning. Roman Reigns, this is his 10th WrestleMania main event. CM Punk always wanted the main event, so at least he got that on his belt. No one said you're going to win, but hey, you got the main event. So I feel like Seth is going to get it. That's how I feel.
I agree more. And I remember, I think was on this pod. I think we were talking about it, and we fully were dialed in on it. But there was another podcast I was on, and I sat there and said, what if Seth sides with Paul? Everyone shot it down. That don't make sense. It doesn't work. Seth's
It do make
nostalgia. It's
sense.
like that Macho Man look. I said no. It makes every bit of sense because Seth, out of everybody in this little feud right here, needs it. Needs it. And I love the fact that Seth is attacking everyone when he says the word C. It's not CM Punk, it's C. If you say the word, that letter, he's already reacting in a very different way. He's reacting just like Roman does when he sees Seth Rollins come to a ramp. I think it's been beautiful what they've been doing with this. As much as I hate CM Punk, I'm never voting for him to win anything. Um, I've got Seth Rollins winning. Roman Reigns is just going to be an attraction into this match. This is going to be Roman's first time actually chasing, if that makes sense. Not a title, chasing stardom, chasing himself to get back to
Okay, that
that
makes sense.
re-elevation. The TikToks that he's doing right now, I think he's investing in this feud a little bit just on his own, organically, like how Rock does it, just based off social media. Roman's doing the same outlet like that, and I'm very happy with it. Roman just not doing so much, and all these fans that sit here and complain, talk about, oh, Roman's the big guy, whatever. Roman's not really that star power as everybody's used to seeing anymore. And seeing the vulnerability and seeing him put his hands on Paul Heyman that happened on Monday, I think that just told our story. Why Paul Heyman might turn on his tribal chief. So, I say Seth is going to win. We're going to go together on that one. We'll go together on that.
Okay.
All right, night 2. We have got. Let me pull it up. Night two. We've got the big fatal 4-way intercontinental match. I think that's going to open the show. I thought it was going to be a ladder match, but I think it's beautiful that they're doing this because the last time the intercontinental title match was in a big angle match was when The Miz won, and he elevated it in WrestleMania. I can't remember what freaking WrestleMania. It was the one where he had the A-list group. I can't remember what they were called. Oh, man. My mind just went blank on it. But we got Penta. Penta has been phenomenal coming in. I will say this right now. Penta needs to slow down. Slow down and get your moves over. Because, God, dude, I don't want to see you drop someone on their head or drop yourself on your head. We got Penta versus Braun Breaker, the champ. And then we've got 2 guys that I feel like are getting very elevated just in this match alone. I hate to say it, Penta brings a momentum just because the fans are glad that he's in the WrestleMania match. But the 2 key factors in this match is Finn and Dom. And right now, the big favorite is the biggest heel on the roster that is kind of slightly now a new babyface, just organically, is Dirty Dom. And this is the funny thing I want to go on a rant with. We, 3 or 4 years ago, everyone in the quote-unquote IWC said Dominic needs to go to NXT to learn how to wrestle. A year later, Dom is the biggest heel in pro wrestling. Now, we're going into still talking about Dom. Dom has got another WrestleMania match, and he is one of the main factors in it. So, who you got? And this match right here, it might be a show stealer.
Yeah, it could definitely well be a show stealer, man. Like, yeah, everybody was talking about Dom need to go to NXT, and he did. He won the North American Championship. You got what you guys wanted him to go to NXT. He did. But like I said, man, I feel like Dominic Mysterio is going to be the breakout superstar of this year. And the second half of this year, he is going to be it. And you're not going to really see it coming, but you kind of like want to see it coming though. But yeah, this is going to be
Who needs it more?
Say it again.
Who needs this match?
Finn Balor needs it the most, you know, but I mean, I wouldn't mad. I, I wouldn't be mad if Dirty Dominic won the match though.
If Dom wins, Judgment Day is split Monday. If Dom
Most definitely,
wins,
I agree.
Finn and Dom are going to be a big feud, and we're going to finally get Finn Balor
I feel like
push
if
or
Finn Balor,
whatever in a while.
if Dominic wins, they're gonna beat down Finn Balor. I mean, if they're
Or
gonna
they can
Dom
do that
wins, they're
when
gonna
Finn
beat down
wins.
Doms.
They
Huh?
can do that where Finn wins. So here's the question: If Dom
I think
wins,
Finn could take the
do
title and
you
just walk
keep
off.
live with Dom? Do you keep live with Dom if Dom wins the title?
See, my idea was to go with Finn. So either Finn wins the match by snatching it away from Dirty Dom, and he could snatch it by Liv Morgan helping Finn, or anything. Finn Balor wins the match. You know, that doesn't have an effect on Braun Breaker or Penta. It's just really mainly between Dirty Dom and then of course Braun Breaker gonna want his rematch. But yeah, either way is perfect for me. You know, but I feel like Finn Balor needs it the most. I would love for Dominic win. I'll be okay. Braun Breaker retain. So I just don't want Penta win it yet.
I love when you said that. I'm not mad if Braun wins. I'm not mad at all. At all. I think
Not
that
at all.
even brings a more feud with Dom and Finn. Personally, I would love Finn to win. I think Finn, when you see Intercontinental title, his name is definitely going to be under a definition for that dictionary. But with Dom, this could be the real big step to be like, can Dom carry a title? I think it might be too early if Dom wins. I've got Dom winning, but I'm going to switch it up. I'm picking Finn. I'm a big Braun Breaker fan. He's done a great elevation with it. And I think Braun Breaker, and I said it last year, I said Gunther was going to be the world heavyweight champion when he finally chases it and gets that chance to go for it. Braun's being next. You hear me now. World heavyweight champion, Braun Breaker, by the end of next year, will probably
Oh yeah, most
have
definitely.
by one, he will be a world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't be surprised if Braun beats John Cena for the world heavyweight title. I would be surprised if he beats Jey Uso, because Jey Uso, another person that Jey Uso couldn't beat was Braun Breaker. So there's your way with that. All right, next match. My son is going to be torn into pieces trying to pick this. A bunch of kids drink his stuff, but boo him on TV. I'm talking about the guy that made Prime, and he is facing one of the greatest. Honestly, this year's now Mr. WrestleMania. Big time showcase, everything. When you look at pro wrestling itself, there's one guy that you can put past Shawn Michaels, and it feels like Shawn Michaels had a kid. And I'm talking about the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Real fast. Drew and Damian is going at it right now at the kickoff to WrestleMania.
Yeah, they were mouthing off each other at WWE World. I kept.
Oh, they was? I didn't know that. Oh, they fighting on stage though.
There you go.
I ain't mean to interrupt you though, but I just thought.
No, you're good. We're watching WrestleMania kickoff while we're also filming, guys. So, but who you got? AJ Styles versus
I got Logan Paul. Logan Paul. All right, Logan Paul lost last year against LA Knight. You're probably. I think he won his debut. Huh?
I
think Logan Paul.
That he shouldn't have lost to Seth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he probably should have. But I think his debut, I think he teamed up with The Miz. And I think they won that matchup. But Logan Paul haven't really had a bad match. I mean, the guy is gold. I mean, he's good on the mic and everything, man. Like,
he's being himself. That's really
I'm with it. I don't think not LA Knight, but AJ Styles. I can't see him really losing anything. You know, I don't think him losing would cost him anything like that. But I'm with AJ. I'm with Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul could definitely take this, go on bragging about more stuff and how he want to become world champion and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah,
I think we just said the Intercontinental title match will be the show stealer. This one right here is going to be the showcase. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. I think we're going to get big match AJ. And I think that's going to build into making Logan Paul even more exceptional. You're going to see moonsaults. You're going to see the flying elbow. You're going to see the flying forearm, stuff like that. I'm a huge AJ Styles fan. Everybody knows when you look at the American Project, there was so much dynamics when it came to AJ Styles. Into this, I've got Logan Paul winning, even though I'm a diehard AJ Styles fan, and I wouldn't be mad if AJ wins. All right. Obviously, we've got the Sin City Street Fight, which apparently there's being a fight already on the kickoff. We got Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. Are you invested in this battle? A lot of people have been very negative when it comes to this match.
I probably could be one of them people because, like I said, I thought Drew McIntyre had a hell of a year last year, and just based off of story, it kind of makes sense in a way. You know, like Drew McIntyre won the World Heavyweight Championship last year. It was Damian Priest who cashed in his Money in the Bank and Money in the Bank contract on Drew McIntyre to win the World Heavyweight Championship. It was Rhea Ripley who recruited Drew McIntyre in the Judgment Day because Rhea Ripley felt like Damian Priest wasn't getting the job quite done. He was letting that briefcase go to his head, sort of like. So it's some story into it though, and now they're gonna have a street fight at WrestleMania. You know, I'm cool with it. You know, like, but I'm picking Drew all the way. Damian still got to grow on me. I like it down, and you know, yeah, I'll come from the streets and I'm gonna hurt you. Yeah, that's cool. That's real cool. But Drew McIntyre ain't playing no fucking games right now. You're gonna claymore your head off your shoulders, and you're gonna be left picking your head up from off the mat. That's it. So I'm team Drew all the way.
The sad thing is we're going for a heel in this one. You're supposed to go for the baby face. I feel like, you know, this is supposed to be where fans are going to be behind Damian Priest. I'm sorry, Damian is just not doing it.
I don't even know a lot of people rooting for Damian. They are rooting for Drew. I ain't seen not one person rooting.
I'm rooting for Drew, bro. I'm pro Drew. Drew on
for
the
Damian.
microphone. Drew on social media. Drew on everything right now. Drew is the dynamic right now. If there's going to be the next champion that's going to be coming up, Drew's going to be in that category. I'm going to go with Damian Priest winning, but Drew's going to get a showcase out of this, and I think the fans are going to have a negative effect with this. I think a lot of fans are going to be upset that Drew loses, in my opinion. I think that's going to be a big thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if he do lose, though.
I mean, the way that they're doing the momentum and stuff, they're trying to get get Damian to that next comfort level. But I think, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Drew. I guess so. No, you know what? I'm gonna go with Damian. I'll change my vote on that one. I'm gonna go with Damian on this one just because Damian needs this. Damian needs this, even though Drew is just put in this.
Your mind might change after watching SmackDown tonight.
All right, next match we got the Women's Tag Team Championship. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. They wrestled each other 2 weeks ago, and now are fighting for the tag team championships against Liv and Raquel. The most dominant woman wrestler right now in WWE right now is Liv freaking Morgan. I never thought I would say it, but Liv has took over the last 2 years. Who you got? I'm pretty one-sided when it comes to this. I know WWE is probably going to get Lyra and Bayley to win this match, but I'm going with Liv and Raquel.
Liv and Raquel. No Lyra, no Bayley.
I think we're gonna get the Bailey we need.
He's still winning was just going 1-on-1 for the Intercontinental Championship.
I'm sorry, Lyra needs to be a heel. I'm not the Raven. Whatever look that she's given, she's beautiful. I don't know how anybody's getting momentum on that. I don't know. Lyra could be a phenomenal bad guy because she ain't gotta do much. The bird look, go with it. She gives me Paige vibes. I don't know if I'm the only one that thought that for a long time. It's just that gimmick does not work for me. I don't understand it. I get the thing. I'm just looking at this beautiful girl on TV and I'm like, okay, she's wearing a bunch of feathers. Like, I get it. It's like Paige and Gail Kim. If they had a baby, that would be like Lyra Valkyrie, in my opinion. But I'm gonna go with Raquel and Liv because those two are dominant and it would work for the tag team. All right, we got the triple threat, the big anticipated women's title match. I think it's a pissing contest between Bianca and Rhea. And I think, honestly, Cody said it best. I think Io's going to slip away and win this match.
Nah, she ain't going to slip away and win it. She is going to win it. Nah, I don't like how Rhea and Bianca been doing her, though, as if she doesn't matter. Now, the whole thing about this match is real interesting because this matchup, really, for real, I mean, came about because Rhea Ripley cost Io a qualifying match to get in the Elimination Chamber. And then when she got the match at Elimination Chamber, I mean, well, I think Rhea won, but I think it ended in some type of shenanigans. And then she got the rematch, and then she came in overconfident, and then Io beat her. And so it was like they trying to push off Io as if she doesn't have on the same level as Rhea or Bianca or whatever like that. Maybe not. But I think Io should win it straight up. But obviously it's going to be because Rhea and Bianca is going at it, and then Io is going to win it. I don't want to slip away and win it. I want her to be like, oh, y'all want to keep doing y'all thing? Then I'm going to fuck around and win. That's it, though. But I got Io all the way.
I think Mommy needs to go full-on bad guy. Well, no, we're all saying Bianca, but right now, it's been a pissing contest between Rhea and Bianca. We need Bianca as a heel, whatever. But right now, and the reality story is, Rhea's never beat Io. So, and I don't understand why they've been looking past Io because Io literally has beat Rhea. Rhea's number is completely taken by Io, and obviously, I think that match. I think the story that they are building with that is because Rhea blames Bianca because she was finally going to beat Io if Bianca wasn't in the picture. So, I love what they're going to do with this. This match is going to be good. It's going to be really, really freaking good. I'm just amazed, and a major shout out to Triple H to be able to present Io in this because if we got the old booking, I'm sorry, Io would not be on the main card. Not in a championship picture, not in what we got. And I think Io is going to retain this championship. I don't think it's going to change. Honestly, I say right now, both women's championships, I don't think are changing hands. Right now. I don't see it. Yeah, I mean, Io needs it more. Rhea doesn't need the title. Bianca's still chasing, and I get it. But Bianca, like we said, still got a whole different storyline when it comes with Jade and Naomi. I'm curious how they're going to dive into that with this Rhea thing because I don't think Rhea and Bianca are done. So, I don't know. I'm going to go with Io just because Io is being way too looked over.
Yeah, I got Io.
And that was the same way I felt with Elimination Chamber because I felt bad when Io came out there and they build it up. And I'm like, man, I'm going to feel bad if Io loses on Monday Night Raw. Showcasing herself, making it look like, hey, what about me? And then when she won on Monday Night Raw, and that was a shocker more than anything, and then you get this match. I think this was kind of put together, but they built a story with it and made sense. Made a reason why it's got it on. All right. The big match. I'm rocking the shirt. We ready to go. Cody crybabies are in full effect. And then we are going against quotably the Hogan of now. This generation's guy that's been the top babyface for over 20 years. Who the freak ever thought it would be that long? One of the biggest baby faces of all time. And I'm talking about, we usually say this, but we going to see him in full effect on Sunday night. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the biggest box office match that's happened in a long time. We got Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Dre, the floor is yours. Who you got winning? And man, what we getting out of this?
I'm straight up honest with you on this one though. I don't have a person to win it. I'm literally sitting back as a fan with this one though. Like I'm just intrigued to see what happened.
Momentum coming in.
Yeah, like I don't have anybody. I'm not the biggest Cody fan, but I like Cody. I love John Cena as a teenager growing up. The heel turn is perfect to see. I just want to watch it. That's it. I really don't have a dog in this fight. I don't really care how it goes. If Cody wins or if John wins the 17 championship, which I think he's gonna win it regardless. But I think I'm more interested in seeing The Rock plays a factor into this match, though. I think that's what I'm looking forward to. But whoever wins, man, like I think this is the only match that I'm like totally.
There's 4
fine with whoever wins. Well, this one is like okay, whoever wins wins.
There's 4 factors into this match. 1, legacy.
Yeah.
2,
yeah. What's up?
Flair's
Yeah, I know.
Ric Flair's title reign. I think what they've been doing with that thing has been phenomenal. Cena as a bad guy, we haven't got as much elevation that we really wanted to see out of it. I think WrestleMania is going to be that showcase for it. And more importantly, the story that they have told is like numerous superhero movies that we watched all the time. You got that new guy that's getting the passing the torch. I say this match is happening right now. It's going to be a passing of the torch. It's the first time in a long time we've gotten John Cena in a main event, in a title picture when it comes to this main stage. You couldn't get John Cena as a babyface going against Cody Rhodes into this. It wouldn't have made sense because the way Cena's attitude is, hey man, I'm just happy to be here, blah, 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 blah. You saw it in the press conference. You saw the little dynamics, the less is more statement. You could see just those markings into it. But I'm going to say this momentum-wise right now, Cody has been elevated as a guy that can be on the microphone due to this match right here. Yeah. Because the stuff that he's been able to do and to fire back at John Cena and get the momentum built into this match has been built up like a boxing fight, and I love it. It hasn't had technical, it hasn't had a lot of physical standpoint because it didn't need it. Cena coming out there talking his stuff, doing what Cena knows the best, because everyone knows you don't battle on the microphone with John Cena. Doesn't happen. Cody standing up to it, and I think that the momentum has been a change with it. So I'm very dialed into it. And the way that they built this thing saying, I am going to ruin professional wrestling. Well, if you think about it, the definition of pro wrestling right now, I said it last year, we got Bret Hart as a main champion right now. And that's what I see Cody Rhodes. He is the Bret Hart guy. He is a pro wrestler at its best. So,
hey, I have to step out. My mother-in-law is here. Right. Before I get ready to do the watching.
But I'm going to have Cody Rhodes winning this match.
Yeah. Okay, Cody. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he win, man. And you got John Cena and shit.
We ready. We ain't.
There's a whole lot going on now.
There's going to be some chaotic. Our relatives, our family's going to be so sick and tired of watching pro wrestling by the end of this weekend. But
shit, I don't give a damn.
Everyone has their Super Bowl. We have this. Guys, I want to thank y'all for watching this special. Dre, the floor is yours. Make sure you watch his watch-along for SmackDown. He will also be doing watch-alongs for WrestleMania. He's going to be on TikTok, everything like that. Dre, the floor is yours, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I could chat a little bit more minute, man. My mother-in-law came through, so I kind of like want to make sure I plan my time, equally and shit like that. I did, 30 minutes with the show earlier. I knew I wasn't gonna be long with that. I knew I was gonna be an hour and a half, and then the SmackDown Jonas coming on in 2 hours. So, man, this was also dope, man. Yeah, we weren't able to do Wednesday. I had something to come up, but yeah, we be back at it Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, talking all fallout from WrestleMania, Raw after WrestleMania, all that great stuff, man. I believe I'm hosting, so yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, we want to thank y'all for watching this special episode of Commission Talks WrestleMania Edition. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay in contact with all our platforms. We are on all social media platforms, guys. I'm not even going to name a little bit. You know we're on it. Type in Buzzing with Marlowe, type in the 1130 podcast. You see us everywhere, audio-wise as well. We're not being cocky or whatever. We're just saying the real facts. You type it in on Google, you can find all of our stuff. So we're very proud of that. Guys, enjoy WrestleMania. Enjoy your time. We got 2 nights of it. You got 9 hours on both nights. Guys, it's not the full show. It's just pre-show, so relax. Also, the kickoff show is going on right now. If you want to go watch it on YouTube and on Facebook, and I think on Twitter, TikTok, and all that. But guys, this has been another great episode of Commission Talks. Guys, we will be back this upcoming Wednesday on Dre's podcast as well. And of course, Mr. and Mrs. Marlowe will be back next Sunday. Guys, happy Easter. Happy WrestleMania. We love y'all, and we will see y'all next week. Later. Hit them with a yeet.